Have you ever found yourself hesitating at the bottom of the stairs, wondering if your knees will cooperate today? Or maybe you felt that familiar twinge of worry when you have to get up from a low chair, using your hands to push yourself up. We all have moments like that. Many of us believe that as long as we're moving, as long as we're trying, we're doing the right thing for our bodies. But what if I told you that some of the most common, healthy exercises that are recommended for seniors are, in fact, silently wearing down your joints? What if those very movements could actually increase your risk of a dangerous fall? As a doctor who has spent decades helping folks navigate their golden years, I can tell you a shocking truth. More injuries I see in my older patients come from exercising incorrectly than from not exercising at all. I'm not talking about theory. I'm talking about reality. I'll never forget my patient, a wonderful gentleman named Robert. He was a retired teacher, just full of life. He started doing traditional push-ups and deep squats every single morning, thinking he was staying strong for his grandkids. A month later, he came into my office with a severe rotator cuff injury and knee pain so bad he could barely walk. He was heartbroken, feeling like his own body had betrayed him. Robert's story is the reason I had to make this video. In the next few minutes, we are going to walk through the 3 exercises you should avoid at all costs. But more importantly, I will show you 3 simple, powerful, and completely safe movements you can do right in your living room to build real strength, improve your balance, and reclaim your confidence. And please, be sure to stay until the very end. The final relaxation technique I'll share is a simple, 5-minute ritual that my patients say has completely transformed their sleep and eased their anxiety. It is a true game changer. Everything we discuss today is based on decades of clinical experience, but I'm going to explain it all in plain, simple English. No confusing jargon, just practical advice from my heart to yours. Before we dive in, I truly want to know if this resonates with you. If you've ever felt a little uncertain about which exercises are right for you, or have worried about getting hurt, please comment a simple yes below. It lets me know I'm on the right track, and it shows others in our community that they are not alone. Okay, let's get started. Alright, let's get right into it. We're going to start with the 3 exercises that, in my professional experience, often cause more harm than good for folks over 60. This is the avoid at all costs list. Exercise number 1 to avoid: deep squats. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You've seen fitness instructors on television, young people at the gym, going all the way down, nearly touching the floor. There's a common belief that the deeper the squat, the better the workout. But for many of us, that idea is a trap. A painful trap for our knees. Let me explain what's happening inside your body. When you perform a deep squat, going far below the level of your knees, you are placing an enormous amount of pressure directly onto the cartilage and ligaments of your knee joint. Imagine taking 2 stones and grinding them together. That's essentially what's happening to the delicate structures inside your knee under that much stress. Now, why is this especially dangerous as we get older? It all comes down to the natural aging process. Over the decades, the protective cartilage in our joints, that wonderful cushion we had in our youth, begins to wear thin. It doesn't have the same thickness, the same resilience. So when you force it to endure the intense pressure of a deep squat, you're asking it to do a job it's no longer equipped for. You're overloading a system that has become more fragile. This is the very reason so many seniors experience that sharp, nagging pain in their knees. It's the source of that morning stiffness that makes getting out of bed a chore. It's that popping or cracking sound you hear when you stand up from a chair. These aren't just random signs of aging. They are often direct symptoms of placing too much strain on aging joints. You see, this was precisely the mistake my patient Robert made. He believed that pushing through the pain of deep squats meant he was getting stronger. In reality, he was exacerbating his arthritis and accelerating the damage to his knees, taking him further away from his goal of staying active. So, what's the solution? It's simple and wonderfully effective. Instead of trying to perform those risky deep squats, I want you to start doing chair squats. We'll talk more about how to do them perfectly and safely in the next section of our video. For now, I urge you, please stop trying to force your body into deep squats. Your goal should be to listen to your body, not to punish it. Remember, strength is incredibly important, but preserving your joints, that's the key to lifelong mobility and independence. Your body will thank you for this simple change. Exercise number 2 to avoid: overhead lifting. Let's talk about the shoulders. We see people in gyms lifting heavy barbells over their heads, and it looks impressive. It's natural to think that lifting things overhead, whether it's a dumbbell or just a heavy box from the garage, is a good way to build upper body strength. But I have to tell you, for many seniors, this movement is one of the riskiest things you can do. To understand why, you need to picture the structure of your shoulder. It's an incredibly complex joint, relying on a delicate group of muscles and tendons called the rotator cuff. Think of it like a small, intricate web holding your arm in place. When you lift a heavy weight straight up over your head, you can easily pinch the nerves and tendons within that tight space. It's like jamming a cable in a doorway. It creates friction, inflammation, and eventually can lead to painful tears. The core reason this becomes so hazardous as we age is that our bodies change. Over the years, our shoulders naturally lose some of their flexibility and range of motion. The tendons themselves become less elastic, almost like an old rubber band that's lost its stretch. They become much more susceptible to tearing under strain. You might not even realize it's happening until it's too late. This is why you might feel a sharp pain when you reach for something on a high shelf in the kitchen cabinet, or even a dull ache when you're just trying to brush your hair. It's often a sign that the delicate rotator cuff is under stress. I have seen in my own practice far too many patients who needed extensive physical therapy or even surgery from a shoulder injury. And often, the cause was something that seemed innocent at the time. I remember a patient, a lovely woman named Carol, who tore her rotator cuff simply by trying to place her heavy suitcase into the overhead bin on an airplane. She was just trying to be independent, but that one movement led to months of painful recovery. So, I'm asking you to protect your shoulders. They are precious, and they need to serve you well for all the years to come. Instead of lifting weights overhead, I want you to focus on safer, more controlled exercises that build strength without the risk. Gentle bicep curls, using light hand weights or even a simple resistance band, are a fantastic and safe alternative. These movements strengthen your arms effectively without putting any dangerous tension on that delicate shoulder joint. Exercise number 3 to avoid: high-impact running. There is no denying that running can feel energizing. It gets the heart pumping and the blood flowing. But for most of us over the age of 60, the act of repeatedly pounding our feet on hard surfaces like concrete sidewalks is, frankly, a disaster for our joints. It's an open invitation to pain. Let's break down the science of it. With every single step you take while running, a shockwave of force travels up through your body. This force, which can be several times your actual body weight, slams into your knees, your hips, and your lower back. It's a relentless, repetitive impact. Now, why is our body less able to handle this as we get older? It comes down to our natural shock absorbers. The cartilage in our joints and the cushioning discs in our spine naturally lose water content and become thinner as we age. They lose their plumpness, their ability to absorb impact effectively. So, when you run on a hard surface, that shock wave isn't being cushioned properly anymore. Instead, it's jarring the bones and inflaming the surrounding tissues. This is the hidden source of so much chronic pain. That persistent ache in your lower back that never seems to go away. That deep pain in your hip that keeps you from getting a good night's sleep. That familiar soreness in your knees after a walk. These are often the direct results of years of high-impact stress. I've had countless conversations with lifelong runners who come to my office, frustrated and in pain, wondering why an activity they love now hurts so much. My advice is almost always the same. I advised a patient, a former marathon runner named David, to switch from his daily jog to a brisk 30-minute walk instead. He was skeptical at first, but he called me a few weeks later. He told me, with genuine surprise in his voice, that for the first time in years, his knee pain had almost completely vanished. So please, consider making a switch. Embrace low-impact cardio activities that give your heart a wonderful workout without the punishing wear and tear on your body. Brisk walking is incredible. Swimming is fantastic if you have access to a pool. An stationary bicycle is one of the best and safest ways to keep your heart healthy and your joints happy. If you are ready to replace these risky exercises with smarter, safer alternatives, I'd love to know. Please, take a moment to comment on the word SAFE below. It's a small declaration to yourself that you are choosing to work with your body, not against it. As we come to the end of our time together today, let's go back for a moment to Robert, the patient I told you about at the very beginning. The retired teacher was so heartbroken when his own exercise routine ended up hurting him. Today, I am so happy to tell you, Robert is thriving. He completely gave up those damaging deep squats and the traditional push-ups that injured his shoulder. Instead, he started a simple, consistent routine. He takes a brisk walk around his neighborhood every morning, and he practices the 3 safe, powerful movements that we discussed here today: the chair squats, the wall push-ups, and the heel-to-toe walk. On his last visit, he told me with a big smile on his face that his knees hadn't felt this good in over a decade. But it was what he said next that truly touched my heart. He said, more importantly than anything else, he got his confidence back. That constant, nagging fear of getting hurt was finally gone. Robert's story is a beautiful reminder of what's possible. The core message from our time together today is a simple one, but it is so very important. The key to aging with strength and grace isn't about pushing your body harder. It's about learning to move smarter. It's about choosing kindness over punishment for your body. It's about working with your body, not against it. And now, as we wrap up, we've explored some critical choices that can truly transform our golden years. But knowledge is only powerful when we put it into action. So I have one important question for you. What is the one commitment you are making to yourself after watching this video? It could be as simple as, I will try the heel-to-toe walk in my hallway tomorrow morning. Or maybe, I will spend 5 minutes tonight doing that gentle breathing exercise before I go to sleep. Whatever it is, no matter how small it seems, please share your personal commitment in the comments below. Writing it down is a powerful first step, and seeing your commitment will inspire every single person in our community here. Let's inspire each other to take that first step. And if you found real value and encouragement in our time together, please show your support by giving this video a like. It truly helps others find this important message. To ensure you continue on this journey with us, and never miss another video full of life-changing wisdom, hit that subscribe button. It's more than just subscribing. It's joining a community of friends, all dedicated to living our best lives together. Finally, think of one person. Just one person in your life who needs to hear this message today, and please share it with them. You might just make a world of difference in their life. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Stay strong, stay wise, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.